had a really interesting week or weekend. I should say a whole week, because it was a really long period of time. It was the longest period of time that I haven't felt myself, and that I've had so much doubt in like a really long time. And my body was in a lot of pain. I didn't know what was wrong. Like, my body feels fine now, but like still emotionally and spiritually today, I was just having a really hard time. And I realized, like, us as human beings, we don't know what to do with being uncomfortable. We actually don't have a grid for discomfort. So like, even when I started to feel pain, I started to blame it, or like have this sense, like started to believe lies. Well, God isn't protecting me because I'm now dealing with pain, when really it was all on me because of my lack of rest and taking care of myself, and realizing what I need. And I need probably more rest than a lot of people. And so yeah, it was like, it's so weird, because I'm just thinking, like, how as humans, and I don't know if this is like a worldly point of view or how you would look at through it from being in the spirit, but how as humans do we get to a point where if anything's uncomfortable, we pull away from God? Like, it's our natural human tendency is to pull away when things get uncomfortable and when things get really hard. And like, I don't want that inside of me, because I have no idea what kind of places I'm going to be going. Like, I know I'm called to like Africa, for example, and I'm called to these nations where, hey, it's not luxury, it's not perfect. And I'm not saying, like, I don't want to preach a message that the gospel didn't pay for everything, because the gospel did pay for everything. Jesus paid for everything. But there are scriptures that say you will go through trial and tribulation, but your joy will be made full. And that was the thing I realized, that even though I was going through all this stuff, I wasn't choosing joy like I could, but the moments where I did, and where my spirit would resonate with truth. Like, different people were praying and prophesying over me this week, and when they would tell stuff or say stuff to me, I would know it'd be true, because I would just immediately start laughing. And like, previously I was like down in the dumps. And so like, I just want to, this is like me verbally processing this, but I want to like see that turned around, like, where literally I can go through anything in life. I can go through any circumstance. I can go through pain and still have joy. And I can ask Holy Spirit for comfort. That's what I realized. I was like, this whole time, like, I knew I needed to be comforted. I probably still need to be, to be real. Like, I don't feel fully myself right now, which I can tell when I feel fully myself and when I don't. Yeah, I'm like, that's like such a simple thing. It's just like literally recognizing, okay, I feel this right now. I feel it intensely. I feel these lies. I hear these lies. But recognizing that you can partner with Holy Spirit and be like, Holy Spirit, will you show me right now what is the truth? And second of all, will you be my comfort? Because right now, I feel super raw. I feel super uncomfortable. I feel pain. I feel alone. Whatever your feeling is. But looking at the Holy Spirit as a gift, and he even said Holy Spirit will come and be your comforter. I know he said that because he knew that the church was about to go through radical persecution. Like, radical. And it's the kingdom is so flip-flopped from us, and it really all goes back to, I'm going to be renewed in my mind right now, and I'm going to believe the truth, and I'm going to choose the truth even when I don't feel like it, and I'm going to dance, or I'm going to scream, or I'm going to do opposite to what I'm feeling. I'm going to let my praise be extravagant even though I don't feel him. Like, just doing some crazy acts. So I'm going to do worship rooms right now, and I'm not necessarily like, oh my gosh, I want to worship right now, but I'm like, you know what, this is who I am regardless of how I feel. Like, I am a worshiper. I am one of the most passionate people I know. And so it's not me like doing it out of performance. It's me doing it out of faith and partnering with my faith. Okay, Papa, I know I feel this right now. I feel doubt. I feel discouragement. The truth of the matter is, this is who you are to me. This is who I am. And I want to worship you through it. Because Bill Johnson has an amazing quote. He says, that when we get to heaven, we are going to look back and wish that we had sacrificed more. We're going to wish that in that moment where we were in so much pain, we actually chose to worship him, even though that seemed like this, like the most farthest thought that we could have is to worship him. And that he says, like, when we, that, like, in heaven we're going to be in his glory, we're going to be in his joy, we're going to be in his goodness, and we're not going to have these moments like we had on earth where it was, like, literally an act of worship. Because worship, to me, is such a selfless thing. It's like, I've, like, experienced genuine worship now being here, where it's, like, so selfless, like, I'm looking like an idiot, and I want to go even past that. Like, I want to go into radical worship because he's worthy of it. And I want to go into worship where I don't really care who's around me. I've gotten really free, but I want to get to, like, my full potential, you know? I want to be the most radical person. So, it's good. That's kind of my process and kind of, like, what I'm thinking and what I feel like is possible and what kind of dawned on me as I was driving here.